video we will see how we can convert an NFA into a DFA, that is a non-deterministic finite automata into a deterministic finite automata. See, the relevance of this conversion is that NFAs are very easy to draw. For example, saying the truth, an NFA can have, if an NFA, minimal NFA contains just n states for some language, the in worst case, its corresponding DFA can have even 2 raised to n states. Are you getting me? That is, if an NFA just contain n states, even if an NFA contains just n states, in the worst case, its corresponding DFA can have 2 raised to n states, meaning that drawing DFA will be bit difficult in some cases. Okay, as the language, the strings that can be accepted by the language becomes longer, or when it becomes a little bit complex, it will be a bit difficult for you to draw the DFA. So the easiest way is to draw an NFA and convert that into DFA. So you should be knowing how we can convert an NFA into a DFA. Okay. So in the previous video we have seen the examples for NFAs and DFAs of same languages. So if you haven't watched that, please do watch. Then you can easily understand the difference and complexity between an NFA and its corresponding DFA. So in this video we will convert an NFA into a DFA using subset construction method. So we will move on to the video. On to the details. So I'm taking a very simple NFA for the sake of convenience. So the NFA that I am drawing is an NFA that accepts strings or accepts strings containing a 1 in the second last position over the alphabet 01. That is, the alphabet here we have a 01, and I want the NFA to accept all the strings containing, all the binary strings containing a 1 in the second last position. Okay, so definitely the minimal string containing a 1 in the second last position is 10 or 11. These are the minimal strings, isn't it? So as I have been repeating in all the previous videos, you have to always start with drawing it for the minimal string. So Q0, 1, Q1. Now this is 1. Now this can be 0 or 1. So 0 or 1, this doesn't matter. Now Q2, isn't it? So this is the NFA for the minimal string 10 or 11. From this you can either pick 0 or 1 at the time. Okay. Now see, this condition for 1 is that 1 should be in the second last position. So you can have any number of zeros and ones before this, isn't it? That is, you can have any number of zeros and ones here, even 1 lakh zeros or ones, a combination of zeros and ones. Now a 1, now 0 or 1 can be at the end. So this is the NFA. Now we want to draw the equivalent DFA for this NFA. For that we will do the subset construction algorithm and convert this NFA into DFA. Now we will see how we can do that. See, so the first thing that you have to do is, we have the same inputs, that is 0 and 1. Now the start state for the DFA will be the set containing start state of the NFA. Okay, so this will be the transition diagram for our DFA. We are creating transition diagram for our DFA. So the start state of the DFA will be the set containing start state of NFA. So the start state of NFA is Q0. So the set containing start state of NFA, that is set Q0, will be the start state for the DFA. Okay, now we will see how does this work. Now when you apply 0 to Q0, what happens? If you are applying 0 to Q0, you can either stay at Q0. Yeah, that's the only possibility, isn't it? You should stay at Q0. So that is the transition. When you apply 0 to Q0, you should stay at Q0 itself. Now what happens when you apply 1 to Q0? When you apply 1 to Q0, you can either stay at Q0 using this loop, or you can move on to Q1 using this transition, isn't it? So the output is Q0, Q1. That is, you can either stay at Q0 or move on to Q1. There are two different possibilities. Okay. Now we have two different sets here. Q0 has already been processed. Now this is a new set, isn't it? So I am giving the name some A to this set, and this is the same as A, and this is a new set. So I am giving it the name B. There is no criteria that you should be giving it a name and all. I am just giving it for the sake of business. Okay. So this is a new set Q0, Q1 that we haven't seen. So we will take that Q0. This is how the algorithm goes. Q0, Q1. Now when you apply, okay, now we will take Q0. When you apply 0 to Q0, you get Q0. Now next is Q1. When you apply 0 to Q1, you get Q2, isn't it? Okay. Now Q0, Q2 is again a new set which is not there in this table before, isn't it? So I am giving it the name C. Now Q0, Q1 on 1. When you apply 1 to Q0, you get Q0 and Q1. So Q0, Q1. Now when you apply 1 to Q2, when you apply 1 to Q1, when you apply 1 to Q1, you will get Q2. That is, you applied 1 on Q0, you get Q0, Q1. Now you apply 1 on Q1, you get Q2. That's it. Now this is a new state which is not seen in the table before, so I am giving it the name D. Yep. Now A has been processed. This is the very same B. B has been processed. Now we have to process C. That is Q0, Q2. Okay. When 0 appears on Q0, you get Q0. When 0 appears on Q2, it's not defined, so you are not getting anything new. This is the same set A. Okay. Now Q0, Q2 on 1. Q0 on 1 gives Q0, Q1, and Q2 on 1. Q2 on 1 doesn't give anything. The transition is not defined, so you are not getting anything new. Q0, Q1 is a state which is already defined here, and it is B, the same B. So now this is here C. Now the new set which is not processed state is D, isn't it? Q0, Q1, Q2. Now when 0 appears in Q0, you get Q0. Now when 0 appears in Q1, you get Q2, and on Q2 0 is not defined. So Q0, Q2. This is already the state C. Okay. Now Q0, Q1, Q2 on 1. Q0 on 1 gives you Q0, Q1, and Q1 on 1 gives you Q2. And this is the same state D. So no new states. A has been processed, B has been processed, C has been processed, and D has been processed, and no new states. Again, the final states are the set of states that contain the final state of NFA. The final state of NFA is Q2. So all the set of states that contain Q2 are the final states. Sorry, I have put this arrow unknowingly, a bit unconsciously. Sorry. Yeah. This arrow will be put only for the start state. Okay. Now, the states containing the final state of NFA are the final states of DFA. So C contain Q2, so C is the final state. Now D contain Q2, so D also is the final state. For start state, we will use an arrow to indicate it, and for final state, we will use stars to indicate it. So this is a final DFA, the transition diagram for our DFA. Now we will simply put back all these things into a diagram. Okay. So the start state is A. Now when you apply 0 to A, this is A itself, isn't it? When you apply 0 to A, you will get A itself. Okay. Now when you apply 1 to A, you will get B. Now when you apply 0 to B, you will get C. Okay, so C is a final state 2. Now, when you apply 1 to B, you will get D, and D is the final state. Okay, now when you apply 0 to C, you will get A. 0 to C, yeah, you will get A. Now when you apply 1 to C, you will get B. Now when you apply 0 to D, you will get C. Now when you apply 1 to D, you will get D itself. Okay. So check whether it accepts all the strings that contain 1 in the second last position. I'll take the string 0, 0, 0, 1. This should be rejected because 1 is not in the second last position. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This should be accepted because it contains 1 in the second last position. Then 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. This should be rejected because this doesn't have a 1 in the second last position. Let's see. So 0, 0, 0, 1. At the end you have ended up at B. This is not a final state, meaning that this string will be rejected. That's right, because this doesn't have a 1 in the second last position. Now 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. Now any number of 1s are fine. So this will be accepted. Now this is right because it has a 1 in the second last position. Now 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. That ended up in a non-final state and should be rejected. So, our basic analysis shows that this is working fine. See, again, one thing that I want to tell you is that if you have drawn the DFA directly, you may get a DFA even shorter than this. That is, the DFAs that you obtain due to subset construction may be a bit large, and there is a scope of minimization in it. That is, most probably the DFAs that you obtain using subset constructions can be minimized. So we will see minimization algorithm in one of our coming videos. So for the time being, just understand that this is how we do the conversion. That is, we will start with the start state of NFA as the set containing start state of NFA as the start state of DFA. Now we will apply 0, we will apply 1. We will write all the sets here. Now we will take every new set as a new state and we will process all the states. The set of states containing the final state of NFA is the final states of DFA. And again, I want to repeat, the DFA that you obtain during this conversion may not be the minimized DFA. You still have the scope of minimization in it. You may have the scope of minimization in it, and we will see minimization in one of our coming videos. Okay. So, I hope you understood this. We will do one more example. So, here is our next question. This is an NFA and we have to convert that into a DFA. See, don't be wondered by the question given, that is, instead of the transition diagram, you are simply given with the transition table. If you are comfortable with the transition table, you can convert this transition diagram into a transition table, this transition table into a transition diagram, and then continue with that. Okay, so we will do that. We will convert this transition diagram into a transition table into a transition diagram. So this P is indicated by an arrow mark, meaning that P is the start state. Now on 0, you are staying at P and also moving on to Q. Okay. Now on 1, you are staying at P itself. Now from Q on 0, you are moving to R and also S. Okay. Then on 0, this is happened. On 1, you are moving to T. Okay. From Q on 0, you are going to R and S. and on 1 you are going to T. Okay. Now on R, from R on 0 you have a transition to P, and also you are staying at R also. Now on what? Yeah. So on R, from R on 0 you are going to P. You are going to P, and also you are staying at R itself. Now on R, from R on 1 you are moving to T. Okay. And for S, this is the final state. There are no transitions defined, and T again is a final state and no transitions are defined. So that is why this 5 here. No transitions are defined. Okay. So this is the transition diagram for this transition table. So this also is an NFA. Okay. Because they are same. Okay. Now, hope you are comfortable with the transition diagram now. Now we will convert this into DFA using subset construction method. Okay. So for subset construction, the inputs are zeros and ones, the same input, and as I have told you, the start state of DFA will be the set containing start state of NFA, which is P. So set P will be the start state. Now on from this on 0, from P on 0 you are staying at P and then moving to Q also. So PQ. Okay. Now on P, from P on 1 you are simply staying at P itself. So I am naming the state A because you will get many combination of these states hopefully. So I am naming the state A, or you can name it Q0 if you want. I am naming it B. Okay. Now B is the new state that we got at this point. So we will process P. So P comma Q. Okay. From P on 0 you are going to P and Q. And from Q on 0 you are moving to R and S. Hope this is clear. Now PQ on 1. From P on 1 you are simply staying at P. From Q on 1 you are moving to T. Now this is a new state, I am naming it C. This is a new state that we haven't seen so far and I am naming it D. Now we will take C. P, Q, R, S. P on 0 gives P and Q. Take C now. So P, Q, R, S. Okay. So P on 0 gives P and Q. Q on 0 gives R and S. Now R on 0 gives R itself and P, both of them are written, and S on 0 gives you nothing. So that's it. Now this is the same set C. Okay. Now PQR is on 1. P on 1 gives you P. Now Q on 1 gives you T. Then R on 1 gives you nothing. S on 1 gives you nothing. So this is PT. Let's take D. Now we will take D, which is P comma T, and P on 0 gives you P, Q. T on 0 gives you nothing. So this is PQ, the same state B. Now PT on 1. P on 1 gives you P itself and P itself. Now T on 1 gives you nothing. So this is the same state A. So we have no more new states now. This is the transition diagram for our resultant DFA. If you are comfortable with the transition table for the resultant DFA, if you are comfortable with the transition diagram, you will convert this transition table into the transition diagram. Fine. So again, S and T are the final states of this NFA. So all the set of states containing S and T are the final states of the DFA. So this contain S, so it's a final state. This contain T, so this is a final state. Yeah. Now we will draw the transition diagram. A is the start state indicated by an arrow. So A. Now A on 0 gives you B. A on 1 gives you A itself. Now B on 0 gives you C. Now B on 1 gives you D. Now C on 0 gives you C itself. C on 1 gives you D. D on 0 gives you B. D on 1 gives you A. Okay. So this is the resultant transition diagram. C and D being the final state, we will mark them by double circles. Yeah. Now this is the transition diagram. So C accepts all the strings that are ending with 0, 0. See here we have just more zeros. Now D accepts all the strings that are ending with 0, 1. If one more 0, it goes back to non-final state. If one more 1, it goes back to non-final state. So C accepts all the strings that are ending with 0, 0 and D accepts all the strings that are ending with 0, 1. So this is the DFA which accepts strings containing 0, 0 or 0, 1 at the end. Okay, so this is how we convert this. These two are equal. These two are equal. This is the transition table for the NFA. This is the transition diagram for that NFA. This is the transition table for our resultant DFA. This is the transition diagram for our resultant DFA. Hope you understood the conversion. This is pretty easy. The only thing is to start with the start state of NFA, putting that in a set. Then apply all the input symbols. The resulting transition table that you got will be that of the DFA. Now, if you are comfortable with the transition diagram, you can simply convert that into a transition diagram. Hope you understood. Thank you.